What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Honestly, I feel as if I haven't posted a video in so long. Life has just been crazy, so I thought I would kickstart my YouTube off with a Q&A, a life update, and a comp prep update. So at this point in time, I am 4.5 weeks out from the WBFF in the Gold Coast, and I just need to update you on everything really. So I've got a few questions from my Instagram story that you guys have asked, and I'm just going to fire through those. It's going to be a very casual, just at home kind of YouTube video, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps to answer some of your questions, and if you have any more, just drop a comment below. And as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and smile. Okay, so the first question I have is, do you follow a particular meal plan, like eating 3 meals, 3 snacks, counting macros, etc.? This is an awesome question. So I personally follow if it fits your macros, regardless of whether I'm comp prepping or not comp prepping. I personally like to understand the amount of proteins, fats, and carbs that I am fueling my body with throughout the day. So I do if it fits your macros using the app MyFitnessPal. I weigh all the foods that I eat, and I pretty much only drink water, so it's not as if I have to measure out any drinks or anything that I'm drinking. And I just find that this is the best way for consistency, because most people that struggle with achieving their goals really struggle with portion control. So understanding what exactly one serve of a food is really useful, because I know if you give me a box of cereal and it says one serve is 40 grams, like 40 grams is next to nothing, and those calories will add up. So if you're adding in lots of calories here and there with all your meals, it eventually adds up, and across a week that can completely throw you off track for achieving your goals. So I don't really believe in a certain number of meals a day or spacing my meals out every few hours. I kind of try to listen to my body and eat according to how it's feeling, and just hitting the proteins, fats, and carbs. So usually it does end up being about 3 or 4 big meals and about 2 to 3 snacks, but then some days I might be really hungry after the gym and I'll eat most of my food within 2 or 3 meals, and I might finish my day earlier in terms of food intake. So it really depends on what your lifestyle is like, what you want to do, what your goals are, and then you can work around that. But I do recommend keeping a food diary for the first few days and kind of just realizing what foods you're eating, so that you can kind of critique what you're doing already before looking to change things up. Yes, that is what I do. I don't like to eliminate certain food groups. Like keto diet eliminates carbs and you only eat proteins and fats and vegetables and things. I really just believe in a balanced whole foods kind of diet. Benefits of hitting macros versus basic calorie counting. So I personally know that you can get results by just sticking to your calories. So if your goal is fat loss, and you know that if you eat, this is very hypothetical because it varies based on different people, if you know that you can get results eating 1,600 calories, technically it doesn't matter what those calories are coming from, whether it's proteins, fats, or carbs. However, from a body composition side of things, I personally prefer to make sure that I'm always hitting my protein, so that I'm maintaining lean muscle, so that I'm keeping my shape, and then I adjust my fats and carbs according to the remaining calories. So it doesn't really matter about your proteins, fats, and carbs from a fat loss point of view, but from an energy level, from a overall health perspective, I think it does, because if I was eating all my calories from pure fat, I would just feel so horrible all day long. So yeah, it really depends on the body type as to how you want to split up your macros, but I aim to eat probably about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Yes, that's right. Have you ever plateaued, and how did you get over it? So a lot of people will message me and they'll say that they've lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and then they've just gotten stuck with where they are at that point in time. They can't lose any more weight, and there's a few different things to look into when it comes to you not being able to push past a plateau like that. So I can't really advise for other people how to do it, but for me personally, if I hit a point where my weight's just not moving, my body's not changing. I would like to look into my nutrition, see what's happening there, look into my sleep, look into my stress. Usually stress is a big thing. So for me, at the start of the year, in my last vlog, you'll see, like, I think it was 4 to 5 weeks, my weight just was not moving. I was sticking to my nutrition, I was training really hard, but I was so overworked and so stressed that my weight didn't drop until I really took time to just zone out in the weekend, to take back my stress, to make sure I was sleeping enough and look after myself. So there's a lot of different reasons as to why you might be stuck in a plateau, but it also might be that your body's just adapted to the amount of calories you're on. So if you've been on low calories for a very long time, your body is probably just craving some more food. So I would do a reverse diet at that point in time. So I've cut down, I'm not going anywhere further, I can't reduce my calories, I don't want to increase cardio, so what I would do is slowly start to increase my calories over time and really just monitor that and try and get my body working at a better kind of caloric intake, and then I would try and shred again after that. I hope that makes sense. I would like to sign up for your meal plans. Are they personalized and macros too? Yes, so for those of you that haven't seen my Instagram and things, I do online coaching. You can sign up for like weekly subscription. Every fortnight your meals and your training will change. It's all personalized. So in terms of the meal plans, I have pescatarian, vegetarian, and regular. The macros are calculated to you, and you actually get a breakdown of the macros and calories for each day, as well as each meal and each snack. And if you don't want to follow the meals that I give you, you are more than welcome to use my Fitness Pal and track your own foods. I really do recommend kind of eating whole foods for the most part of your week. Why are you so awesome? That's so cute. Thank you. How many hours a day and days a week do you train and work out? I personally am on a 5-day training plan usually. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Kind of like a full body split. A lot of lower body targeting, such as my hamstrings and my glutes, particularly for comp prep. As comp is getting closer and closer, I have introduced HIIT. So on a Wednesday I do HIIT sprints, and on a Sunday I do HIIT sprints now. I try and keep my workouts to an hour, no more than an hour and a half. For the general population that just wants to lose fat and tone up a bit, honestly, nutrition is your number one go-to. And then when it comes to exercise, keep it really like short and intense, like no more than an hour. Don't play on your phone, really push through and make sure that you're breaking a sweat and challenging yourself. What's your plan after shredding? This is a good question. I actually had a few questions about this. So after shredding, after this competition, I am heading back home to see my parents. I'm heading off to Hawaii. I've also just today booked a trip to Melbourne to go and see some of the Fit Squad over there and to catch up with some friends. And honestly, after the shred, after competing, my goal is to really make this a lifestyle. You guys have seen I've had a roller coaster of a journey, but I finally feel as if I'm in a good place where I'm the strongest I've been, I'm the healthiest I've been. I am so happy. I absolutely love my life. And I'm in a condition that I feel I can maintain this year round. After comp, I'd like to take an extended kind of deload where I just let my body have a break from all the heavy lifting and back off a little bit, because I can tell, like, I've had my bloods done, I've also had my hormones tested, and my body is just craving a break. I weighed in at 60 kilos yesterday, so I'd like to maintain around that and just be healthy and happy and enjoy my life, and really continue to motivate others to keep living their best life online as well. I think that comes from me nourishing my body and looking after myself. How tall are you in centimeters? I am 167 centimeters. Any tips for new mums trying to start a routine to tone, especially for the little belly pouch left after? Honestly, can't even understand how hard it is for new mums to go through all the changes that you go from, you know, having a baby to trying to lose that weight and things. The best thing I would say is to be kind to yourself. Remember how amazing it is that you've given birth to like this incredible human being. I just find that so amazing. And then start easing yourself back into it. Make sure you're nourishing your body with the right foods to help with the breastfeeding side of things, to help with the energy levels. Try and sleep where you can. I know it can be really hard for new mums. And then when it comes to exercise, I'm actually launching home workouts, which I'm so excited for. This has been a massive project of mine, part of my life update, which I'll fill you guys in on. But yeah, try and do home workouts if you can. I understand it would be really hard to get to the gym with a new bubs. do something that you enjoy. Maybe that might be walking and pushing the pram around the block and things like that. Just try to move, try to be kind to yourself and nourish your body. Are there any ways you'd suggest getting more protein in a diet? I always struggle. First things first, I would want to know how much protein you're actually trying to get, because I think a lot of people try and eat way too much protein. Like I said, I only eat about 1 gram per pound, and I get it from meat. So if you're vegetarian or vegan, there's definitely ways to do it, like tofu. There's plant-based proteins like edamame bean pasta, edamame beans, pea-based protein. I absolutely love the blessed protein right now. For people that are eating meat, there's so many things like fish, chicken, turkey, tuna, protein shakes, so many different things. I don't know how people struggle to get protein in, but maybe that is because I do enjoy meat. Do you believe in cheat days? Say an extra 1,000 calories a day once a month. Oh geez. Okay, so first things here is I don't like to refer to any foods as cheat foods, bad foods. I also don't like to call meals cheat meals or cheat days or anything like that, just because I feel as if cheating has a really negative connotation to it. I've been through phases in my fitness journey where I have called foods like cheats and cheat days, and I've had really bad relationships with food and felt like I couldn't eat certain foods because they were bad. I would not really like to call anything like that. If it fits your macros, it really comes down to just fitting things into my calories. If I wanted to go out and have waffles, I would maybe train in the morning, have some protein, maybe a protein shake, and then I would go get the waffles after. So it's really about making this a lifestyle. I could go out and get waffles and not feel guilty and not think that it was a cheat at all. It really depends on your goals, because all those extra meals that you have out here and there do add up. And if your goal is fat loss and you are eating 1,000 extra calories every week or every 2 weeks even, that is enough to take you out of a caloric deficit and enough to make you either stay the same weight no matter how hard you're working in the gym, or even over time start to gain weight. It is so important to be aware of the calories you're taking in. If you are looking to shred down for a comp, then it's very specific. If you're living a general life and you just want to be healthy, then heck, why not have a treat here and there? You know, that might mean that every 2 weeks you like to go out for dinner. You don't have to go crazy, you can still be controlled, but you can go out and eat something without feeling guilty. I mean, I wouldn't put a caloric number on it. I wouldn't say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have 1,000 extra calories today. It would just be a case of, what have I been kind of wanting for a whole month? What do I think would be worth going out for? And then Ross and I will go out for a date for lunch or dinner and we'll get the treat. And I'll try and be reasonable with it. Few tips when it comes to eating out, like listen to your body. When the food comes out, take note of how big that meal is and decide how much you want to eat. You don't have to eat it all just because it's there. If it's going to leave you feeling really overly full, bloated, and just horrible, stop when you feel full, or stop and take some of it home to eat the next day. There's no one telling you that you have to eat that whole meal then and there. So really, portion control is the biggest thing when it comes to eating out, and just being aware of what you're eating throughout the day. If you know you're going out to an Italian place for dinner, then maybe earlier in the day you might want to cut out some of the snacks, or you might want to take back some of your carbs and your fats and eat more protein throughout the day, so that at night you can have a pasta. Your skin always looks so clear. Do you have a skincare routine in addition to a healthy lifestyle? So I love that they've actually recognized the healthy lifestyle side of things, because I believe that clear skin, obviously there's genetics and things, like I think my parents have good skin genetics, but it comes down to, I think, staying hydrated, micronutrients, so your vegetables, your fruit, your fresh foods, having that whole food diet, very minimal processed foods. Also, I wash my face every day after the gym because I have a shower straight after, and every night before I go to bed, and I just try and keep my face clean. Using a good all natural cleanser is a good thing after the gym and before you go to bed. I find that helps, and my skin also gets quite dry, so I like to use a natural moisturizer like an oil such as almond oil. What are your must-have vitamin type supplements and their benefits? Love this. I use the Be Pure Ben Warren range. I use their multivitamin, the fish oils, CoQ10 for energy levels and heart health, there's zinc, their magnesium to help me sleep at night and to help with muscle cramp, probiotic, and the gut digest. I can't quite remember the names, but they're digestive health ones to help with digestive health, because that is so important. And I started taking it last year for comp prep, and ever since then I just kept taking them. And then I also use the adrenal regenerator, because life is stressful, and let's be honest, like, my body needs all the help it can get to get me through life. Pretty much use the whole Be Pure, Be More in range. If you're struggling to know what to take, then you can always speak to your doctor or get your bloods done, and they can advise you on what to take as well. If I want to join your program, do you only have the weekly pay options? Right now I do have a weekly pay option, but if you're looking for something longer term, just send me an email, support@anjuliemack.com, and I will look after you. Just write your goals to me, let me know how long you want to work with me for, what you're thinking of, and I will look after you. The Anjuli Mack Fit Squad is all about lifestyle changes, so you can stay with me for as long as you want. And some of the girls have been with me for like 36 weeks so far, and they're loving it, and they're continuing to smash their goals, and that's what it's about. I have never been about the quick fixes, about fad diets, about detox teas, and I'm just so passionate about people feeling confident in their own skin, eating foods that make them feel good, and exercising and feeling more confident. That's what I'm about, and that's what I want the squad to be about. If you want to work with me for a longer period than just like a weekly payment type thing, definitely send me an email, because I would love to hear from you. Is paleo diet good for weight loss? So this comes down to what I said earlier about how I don't believe in eliminating certain food groups like keto diet, paleo. At the end of the day, what matters most is your caloric intake. So yeah, if you're going to do paleo, and that means you're cutting out XYZ food, so you're eating less, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. But I personally don't believe in following anything specific like that. It's just not necessary. It's like when people come to me and they say, oh, I want to go vegetarian, will that help me lose weight? Well, it's not going to help you lose weight if you're just eating Oreos in excess every day, you know. Just because something's paleo, vegan, keto, vegetarian doesn't mean that it's healthy. Quickest, best, easiest gym warm-up. I would say riding a bike. I absolutely love like warming up for 10 minutes riding a bike, or just walking on the treadmill. If you really want to get a burn on, you could try the Stairmaster or a rower, but I like to keep it really nice and light. Literally just a 8 to 10 minute bike ride, foam rolls, some dynamic stretches, and then get into the workout. When you first started, did you get overwhelmed with how far you need to go to get to your goal? Honestly, it can be so overwhelming with so much information online, with looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to look like that, I'm never going to get there, and all these negative things could flow into your mind. But I'm not really like wired that way. The way I see it is that if you don't start now, then when will you start? Like, you could kind of get caught up in being overwhelmed and never start your fitness journey, or you could just decide today that you're going to eat a healthier meal, you're going to walk more today, that you're going to hit the gym tomorrow morning when you wake up, and you could just decide to take control of your life and start chipping away at that goal. Because even if it takes time, that time's going to pass anyway, and if you never decide to start, then you're never going to get to your goals. It didn't really bother me how long it took. I mean, if I never started, I wouldn't be here right now, and I've been training for like 7 years now, and I'm so grateful that I decided to start going to the gym when I did, because it's honestly changed my life in so many different ways. Of course, it could be overwhelming. Best thing you could do is write your goals down, then get a coach, tell them your goals, get a plan in place for your meals, for your training, and just start working. No point delaying it. Like, stop making excuses up. Stop saying that you're going on holiday here or there, or you've got school, you've got work, you've got kids. Your goals don't really care about how busy you are. You really have to prioritize what you want, and there's no reason to say that you can't achieve your goals and still do all the other things. It just comes down to prioritizing your time and managing it. Like, instead of watching an hour of Netflix, why don't you decide to go to bed earlier and then wake up earlier and then hit the gym before work, so that when you're at work, you don't even have to worry about going to the gym after work. You can just go home, eat a nice healthy meal, get to bed, and repeat the next day. How do you limit your unhealthy food? So honestly, again, I don't like to call things unhealthy and healthy. There are certain foods that will take you close to your goals, and there are certain foods that you find that you'll eat in excess, like a big bag of chips, and that takes you further away from your goals. I limit it by not buying it. If I can't control myself with something, I just won't have it in the house. I recommend that if you do want those kinds of foods, make it a special occasion. It's not everyday food. If you like chocolate, sweet, that's fine, you're allowed to have chocolate. But it might be that, you know, on a Friday night you decide to buy a chocolate bar, like a small chocolate bar, and instead of having a snack earlier in the day, you have that chocolate bar for dessert that night, you know. It just really comes down to, again, control and balance. How many rest days do you take? I feel like you are always working out. Oh my gosh, I love that. Just remember that Instagram is only a part of my life. So of course, if I'm posting on my stories I'm going to the gym, it's because I did go to the gym and you're only seeing that part of my life. But I have so much happening outside of the gym that you guys aren't really seeing. Hopefully my YouTube will start to show more of that lifestyle thing, but like my Instagram is fitness, so it's always going to have the gym side. But yeah, in the ideal world, when I'm not comp prepping, I will have 2 days off a week. Your overall journey in fitness, how long did it take you till now, and did you always count macros? No, that is such a good question. So I've been on my fitness journey for about 7 years now, and when I started I had no idea what I was doing. I honestly tried everything you could think of, from like keto type diets to stuff I found on the internet. I wasted so much time like umming and ahhing and guessing what I was doing and just eating excess amounts of food because I was training in the gym and I thought I needed to eat more because I was training, and it was just all out of whack. So no, I didn't always count macros. I only really started counting calories in the last, I would say, 4 years, and it's the best decision I could have done. Understanding my portion amounts, my calories, and just learning more about nutrition and studying it has helped me so much. That's what I recommend doing. I recommend educating yourself, getting a coach, and getting a plan in place. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter, Jody? Oh, honestly, I am crunchy all the way, but smooth almond butter. But I'm preferably a crunchy kind of girl. What do you guys like? You guys should comment. If you're still watching this, still tuned in, comment what you like, smooth or crunchy. Okay, that is all the questions I want to answer today from my Q&A from Instagram, but I kind of just wanted to have a general chit chat with you guys about life. Since I last posted a YouTube video, I announced that I was competing, and it has been one heck of a roller coaster. There's been times where I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but in all honesty, like, everything is paid for, everything is booked. I'm currently on a test peak week right now, so we're testing a few things with water, with sodium. It requires me to be very consistent, and I have learned over my fitness journey that consistency is the #1 thing that will get you results, whether your goal is muscle gain or fat loss. If you are not consistent with your nutrition and your training, you will not see the results that you deserve. For me, it's a really big learning curve. I do only have 31 days out until comp, and I want to give these last few weeks my everything. And like I've always said, my goal for competing is to be the best version of myself, and I want to give my posing sessions everything I've got. I want to step on that stage and really just shine and be myself, and it doesn't really matter about anything else as long as I know that when I step on that stage I did everything I could to be there. That's kind of where I'm feeling with comp. I've absolutely loved having Chana as my coach. She's been incredible. Also, more updates. So I have booked to go to the Gold Coast. I'm going home to see my parents in May after that, and then Ross and I are off to Hawaii for a holiday. Much needed sunshine and wind down time. And then I've also booked to go to Melbourne to see some of the Fit Squad members, to catch up with friends, and I'm just so pumped for this year. Everything is coming together nicely. I had a photo shoot with Reebok today, which I got my makeup done and thought I'd do a YouTube video. The shoot went really well. I filmed so much amazing content yesterday. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to have a chit chat with you guys. I hope you learned something from my Q&A today. I hope that your year is going absolutely amazing. I can't believe it's April already. I just wanted to put out good vibes to all of you. I know that at this point in time, a lot of people, if you're anything like me, start thinking, where is the year flying by? You start stressing out that you haven't achieved your goals or you've fallen off track. And honestly, do not feel guilty. Do not feel bad. The only time that you lose out and that you cheat yourself is if you give up. So if you have been struggling on your fitness journey, this video is a sign that it is not your time to give up. Do not give up. Keep pushing through. Stay consistent. Work hard. Trust the process and know that the results will come over time. Really wanted to stress that. I know that this time of year can be hard on people. Life gets busy, it gets hectic. I understand. I'm completely there with you. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone and that you can achieve your fitness goals. If you did enjoy this video, as always, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and smile.